Fun fact: in particle physics, preons are postulated point-like particles conceived to be subcomponents of quarks and leptons. Preon theory is one of several models to have been put forward in an attempt to provide a more fundamental explanation of the results in experimental and theoretical particle physics. Hi everyone, I have another gear review for you today, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the 4Sevens Preon 1. Now this has been my EDC flashlight for the past 2 months and has been the replacement to my Streamlight MicroStream. Now Streamlight MicroStream is still a great light and I definitely do recommend it, and I do have a review on it farther back on my channel. However, I did want something around the same size, but something that could put out quite a bit more lumens just for an EDC flashlight. And the 4Sevens Preon 1 has really fulfilled that role well. In this review, I want to give you guys some specifications and dimensions on this little flashlight, and then start talking about start talking about the flashlight more in detail. So first off, the dimensions. The length comes in at 2.25 inches long. Diameter at the widest point is 0.55 inches. And the weight without the battery is 0.6 ounces. And the weight with a single AAA battery comes in at just over an ounce. So it's a very small, light, and compact package, which is really great for EDC use. Alright, now some more specifications. The light is powered by a single AAA battery and is using a Cree XPG R5 LED. Alright, you can see it in there. Alright, the LED is protected by an optical grade glass lens with an anti-reflective coating on it. Alright. This little flashlight has 7 different modes and 3 different brightness settings with a low, medium, and high setting. The high setting comes in at 70 lumens, so this little guy is packing a big punch in a very small package. Alright. The body of the flashlight here is a hard anodized aircraft grade aluminum, and you can see the blue coloring to it. Very, very nice, vibrant color. Alright, it is also water resistant to IPX8 standards. So in this small package, you're really getting a lot of performance and a lot for your money. Alright, now to talk about the flashlight more in detail. I did pick this up to replace my MicroStream, and I have been carrying this for about 2 months in the EDC role, and for the time it has done an exceptional job, and I have been very, very impressed with it. You really don't appreciate a flashlight until you carry one on a daily basis and actually find out how often you use it. At least that's been my experience. And every day I do find a job for this guy to do, light up something at work or on my way home from work when it's getting darker now. But it really does come in handy, and the extra lumens that this guy puts out compared to the MicroStream is just a joy. It really does light up your entire surrounding and give you a good view of everything once it's dark. Alright. So first off, you're going to notice this very vibrant blue color, and it's not very typical of me to have a color like this, especially talking about knives or flashlights. They're all usually black or gray or silver or some variant of that. But as I look through my collection, I always like to spice things up and add a couple more colors to it, and this blue really looks nice on a flashlight, and I think it's a great addition to my EDC. 4Sevens also does offer several other colors, including like a reddish pink, a yellow, black, and also a titanium finish, which also look very, very nice. Alright, the finish on this has done superb. It's worn extremely well. It almost looks like I just took it right out of the packaging and did this review. I have, however, dropped this, and it's run across pavement and concrete, and it hasn't scuffed it, hasn't scratched it, hasn't dinged it one bit. So the finish is very, very nice on it, and it has held up extremely well. Alright, you also notice the black pocket clip on the Preon 1 here. Unlike the MicroStream, the pocket clip does rotate, and you can put it in any position that you like. At first I wasn't very fond of that. I didn't really like that it moved, but it doesn't obstruct any of the function of the flashlight. It doesn't really hurt anything, it just moves around the flashlight. Alright, one thing I do wish they would change is the retention on the actual pocket clip here. It is quite loose, and I have had several occasions after getting out of my car or even getting up off the sofa where if I rub against the side of either of those objects, it actually kind of slides out of my pocket. And I have had it fall out as I was getting out of my car and actually sitting up off the sofa. So I do wish the pocket clip retention was a little bit better, although you can bend it back a little bit yourself and kind of fix that. Alright. One thing you also notice is the Preon 1 doesn't usually come, actually it doesn't come from the factory with a little clicky cap on here. I actually installed that myself. It just comes with a flush base plate basically, and to actuate the flashlight you would turn the bezel, right? And depending on what mode you want would determine how many times you turned it. I'm a big advocate of the clicky cap here, and I think it's a really great companion to any easy flashlight. It's quick and easy to use. Right? You just stick your thumb on there and click it instead of having to mess with turning the bezel and kind of contorting your hands in an odd fashion. So I installed that clicky cap. You can get it from 4Sevens website in the accessories section. And I think it's a great addition and really makes the entire flashlight. Alright, you can click it between all the different brightness settings as well as the hidden modes. So it really works well. Alright, another thing I've found interesting about the clicky cap is it's very different from the Streamlight MicroStream, which I'm going to roll in here just as a comparison. Alright, you can see the clicky caps are quite different. This is just a hard plastic cap, right, where this is a rubberized clicky cap on the MicroStream. And you have a significant amount of give in this MicroStream before it actually clicks to turn on the light. Whereas the Preon 1 here, it has a little bit of give and then abruptly stops, as you can hear. Right, and it's a very solid and stiff click to turn on. At first I thought it was going to be a problem, because it might accidentally turn on in your pocket just from rubbing up against your hand or any other objects. But because it's so stiff and takes quite a bit of pressure to actually activate the light, it hasn't been a problem, and I've actually do enjoy this much more than the MicroStream. So something nice about that clicky cap. Alright, now for a quick size comparison with the 4Sevens Preon 1. I have several other flashlights here that I want to just compare for you guys. First off is going to be a Phoenix EO1. Alright, it's just a little 10 lumen keychain light from Phoenix. And you can see it's quite a bit smaller than the Preon 1. But you're not getting nearly as much lumen output. Alright, the diameter again is smaller. Alright, next is going to be the Streamlight MicroStream, which I think is its closest comparison in size. Alright, so the Streamlight MicroStream is just a tad bit taller. Alright. Now 4Sevens Quark Mini 123. See, this one's quite a bit shorter and stubbier and quite a bit wider. Right. And finally, 4Sevens Quark AA. Right. See, this is almost the same length. Right, but again, diameter is quite a bit larger on the Quark AA. Right. So that's just been a quick size comparison for this 4Sevens Preon 1. Alright, now for the up close and personal segment in the video, just take a closer look at this 4Sevens Preon 1. Alright, you can see the 4Sevens and Preon 1 stamped onto the flashlight there. See the very vibrant blue color of the anodized aircraft aluminum body. Alright, there's the black pocket clip. You can see a little bit of wear on the side here where the paint's starting to chip off, but for the most part it's held up extremely well. There's the clicky cap with the 4Seven logo. Alright, and I'll show you there's not very much give here. It stops right there before you have to actually click it to turn it on. Take a look at the LED. Right, and then the anti-reflective optical lens there. A very, very nice, very attractive looking little pen light. Alright, so it's been an up close and personal look at the 4Sevens Preon 1. Alright everyone, this is going to be a quick light demonstration for the 4Sevens Preon 1. Just want to show you the hallway that I'm using for the demonstration. Alright, I'm in my kitchen now, and that is the front door. It is about 7 yards to the door from where I'm standing. So just to give you guys a reference point. So first off is the low setting that will run for at 1.8 lumens for 23 hours. Alright, you can see on the first wall here it is just visible, but it does not stretch out to all the way to the door at 7 yards. So this is good for up close things that you don't need a lot of light for, but this brightness does not stretch out very far. Alright, click it again, you go to the medium setting, and this is 8.5 lumens for 6 hours. You can see it lights up the first wall quite well, and also stretches out farther. Alright, you can just now see the door. Alright, one more click will take you to the high setting, which is 70 lumens, which will run for 0.8 hours. This really illuminates all your surroundings. You have a good view of the door there, as well as the hallway leading up to the door, and if you bring it closer it makes it even brighter. Alright, set 70 lumens. Alright, now to get to the hidden mode you have to cycle through low, medium, high twice. Low, medium, high, low, medium, high, and then strobe is the first hidden mode, which will last for 1.6 hours. It's quite effective. Alright, as you can see it going there. Alright, click it again, and this will take you to SOS for 2.4 hours. Alright, one more click will take you to Beacon High, which will last for 8 hours. Alright, and then one more click will take you to Beacon Low, which will last for 40 hours. Now for a light comparison. So here is the 70 lumens of the Preon 1. Right? So the only setting and the highest setting on the Streamlight Microstream is 20 lumens. So you can see the beam stretches out nice and far there. It illuminates the door, but doesn't give you much in the foreground here. Whereas the Preon 1 at 70 lumens doesn't have as much of a tight beam as it does more of a flood. Right? So you can see a little bit up close and far away. So 70 lumens compared to 20 lumens. Next up, the Preon 1 at 70 lumens compared to the Cork AA from 4Sevens at 90 lumens. Right, so you can see once again the foreground is even further lit up, and it stretches out and puts a nice solid beam on the door at 7 yards. Right, 70 lumens, 90 lumens. Finally, we're going to compare the 70 lumens of the Preon 1 to 189 lumens of the 4Sevens Cork Mini 123. So 70 lumens, 189. Alright, so my final thoughts on the 4Sevens Preon 1. I think it's an exceptional EDC flashlight, and it's been a great companion to my EDC for the past 2 months. It will continue to be a part of my EDC until I find something with a higher lumen output in the same size, which I think is going to be very, very hard to beat. Overall, the fit and finish, the feel, the look of the light is exceptional. It's by far one of the most attractive and good looking pen lights that I've seen in a long time. Right? So if anybody's in the market for a small, lightweight, and compact EDC flashlight that can really throw out a decent amount of lumens, I definitely suggest checking out the 4Sevens Preon 1. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.